stranger comfortable in a room, my mother has a way of paying attention to those second-rate people and of neglecting others who are in reality much better men.
Do not get upset. The stranger sat and drank his wine for as long as he liked. Your mother offered him more bread, but he declined. When he wanted to go to bed, she offered him a room, but he said he was such a wretched outcast that he would not sleep in a bed. Instead, he asked for a cow's skin to be put for him in the cloister, with some sheepskin, and we threw a cloak over him.
Hey, so where do you think Odysseus is?
I don't know, I think he's sailing around some island.
Come on, get up. Begin sweeping the cloisters and sprinkling them with water. Put the covers on the seats, wipe down the tables with a wet sponge, clean out the mixing jugs and cups, and go for water at the fountain at once. The suitors will be here soon, for it is a feast day.
Stranger, are the suitors treating you any better, or are they as insolent as ever?
May heaven give them the same wickedness that they have created in another man's home.
Are you still here, stranger, to pester people by begging around the house? Why can't you go somewhere else? You beg without any sense of decency. Aren't there any other feasts among the Achaeans that you could go to instead?
Swineherd, who is this stranger that has been coming here lately? Is it one of your men? Who is his family? Where does he come from? The poor man looks as if he had been a great man, but now the gods are giving him trouble. Good day, stranger. You seem very pretty off, but I hope you will have better times. Zeus, you are the most malicious of all gods. We are your own children, yet you show us no mercy in our misery. When I saw this man, my eyes filled with tears, for he reminds me of Odysseus, who is probably just as bad off as the man is. That is, if he is still living. Now I've kept on bringing in his cattle for others to eat, even though I do not care for his son, and do not fear the wrath of heaven, but are already eager to divide Odysseus' property amongst themselves. Since he has been away for so long, I have often considered going off with the cattle to a foreign country, but this would not be the right thing. His son is still living. But this is so hard to stay here and be treated badly. My position is intolerable, and I would have found another master by now, if I did not believe that Odysseus will return, and when he does, he will send all of the suitors out of the house.
Stockman, you seem to be a very well-disposed person, and I can see that you are a woman of sense. Therefore, let me tell you that Odysseus will return before you. Leave this place, and you shall see him killing the suitors who are now masters here.
If Zeus allows this to happen, you will see how I will do my very best to help him.
You guys, we need to kill Telemachus.
Yeah, she needs to die.
If not, she will only continue creating trouble for us.
You guys, our plan won't work, so let's go feast now.
Sit here and drink your wine among the great people. I will stop the suitors from insulting you. This is not a public house. It belongs to Odysseus, and it will soon belong to me. So, suitors, keep your hands and tongues to yourselves, or there will be mischief.
We do not appreciate these orders, but will abide by them.
Suitors, the stranger has already had as large a portion as anyone else. This is fine, since it is not right to treat any guests of Telemachus's badly. I will make him a present so that he can have something to give to the both women for their servants.
Luckily for you, the stranger turned his head so that the orange did not hit him. If you had hit him, I would have stabbed you with my spear, and your father would have had to make arrangements for you to be buried rather than married in this house. So stop your unseemly behavior. I am no longer a child, and I recognize good from evil and understand what is going on. I have put up with you killing my sheep and using up all my corn and wine, but this ends now. If you wish to kill me, kill me. I would rather die than see such disgraceful scenes every day. Guests insulted and men dragging the women servants about the house in an unseemly way.
No one should take offense at what has just been said, for it is quite reasonable. Therefore stop mistreating the servants or any of the other servants in the house. I will say then a friendly word to Telemachus and his mother. As long as you hope that Odysseus will one day come home, no one could complain of your waiting and suffering the suitors to be in your house. It would have been better if he had returned, but it is clear that he will never return. So then talk all this over with your mother and tell her to marry the best man and the one who makes her the most advantageous offer. This way you will be able to manage your own inheritance, while your mothers will look after some of the other man's houses, not yours.
By Zeus, Aegelus, and by the sorrows of my unhappy father, who has either perished far from Ithaca or is wandering in some distant land, I throw no obstacles in the way of my mother's marriage. On the contrary, I urge her to choose whomsoever she will, and I will give her infinite gifts into the bargain. But I dare not force her to leave the house against her own wishes.
The stranger who has lately come here has lost his senses. Servants, take him out into the streets, since he finds it so dark here.
You do not need to send anyone with me. I see mischief overhanging you, from which not one of you men who are insulting people and plotting deeds in the house of Odysseus will be able to escape.
Telemachus is such a fool, and so are all his guests.
Nurse.
Stranger, are the suitors treating you any better?
Swineherd, who is this? Strong or that he has been coming? Oh my God, what is this? What is this? God, good day. Stranger, you see? She was like...
Stockman, you seem to be a very well-disposed person, and I can
The stranger turned his head so that the heifer's foot did not hit him. Never mind, I'm gonna say orange.
For it has... Quite reasonable. Talk all over with your mother and tell her to marry the best man and the one who makes her the most adventurous offer.
No!
Advantageous. Dude, you said that right.
Did you say action?